I'ma produce every time. I can't fumble it. I can't fumble. Couple dudes like that was like, you know, help me with my whole like start and how I think and how I look at the music game. So like I mentioned Dirk in her, I mentioned Gotti in her.
Pooh Shiesty knows the new Gucci. He don't know the Gucci we know. If something like that did happen, it's just not smart. Even if you cannot, and you understand this, make somebody sign something under duress. If you did do this, let's say this happened.
Yeah.
Now Gucci got the power to put your ass on the shelf. Put you on the shelf, tie you up 2-3 years, trying to get out of contract. Every time you put something up, he can snatch that shit right on down. This is just real shit.
Okay, I will say this though.
Like, why would you can't?
It is hard to believe that Pooh Shiesty could be dumb enough to do this. When you look at the cases that Pooh Shiesty has that led to him getting those years in prison, I mean, it was hard to believe those things happened as well.
Showed that it can be done. Like, all you gotta do is want it. You gotta sober up. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of the similar traits because I realized that he woke up when he was in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really woke up and he wasn't just in there playing or, you know, not taking it serious. Another thing he told me too was like, Shiesty, you 20 years old going to go see what I saw at 35 years old. You know, you got a head start as long as you got this out the way first, you know. Fortunately, it had to happen, but it happened, bro. It is what it is, so you got to get this out the way early. You know what I'm saying? It could have been too late for me if I wouldn't ever came out and played it right, so take advantage of that too, you know what I'm saying? So that stuck with me.
Would you be able to forgive someone who crossed a serious line with your wife while you were locked behind bars? That question is quietly hanging over the rap world right now, even if no one is saying it out loud. What looks on the surface like a normal label situation may actually be reopening one of hip-hop's deepest and most personal rivalries. With Pooh Shiesty finally home, the tension between Yo Gotti and Gucci Mane no longer feels like old history. Feels active again. What started as simple business activity is now beginning to look personal. And the truth behind this situation goes much deeper than many fans realize. When Pooh Shiesty came home, the timing could not have been bigger. While he was away, the music industry changed fast. Streaming numbers exploded, artists began signing larger deals, and labels started paying huge money for anyone who could bring instant attention. Even though Shiesty was locked up, his music never stopped moving. His name stayed relevant, his songs kept getting played, and his brand continued to grow quietly. Without being present, his value increased. That made him one of the most desired artists in the industry the moment he was released. Everyone behind the scenes knew it, and that is when things started to feel strange. Almost immediately after Shiesty touched down, Yo Gotti began showing public love in a very loud way. He did not keep things subtle. Instead, he started posting Shiesty like he was already part of CMG. This was not casual support. It was heavy promotion. The type of attention that sends a clear signal to other labels and artists watching closely. Then came the Glorilla connection. CMG's biggest rising star linking up with Shiesty right after his release did not feel random at all. In the music business, timing is rarely accidental. Moves like that are usually planned. To many industry insiders, it looked like positioning. Almost like Gotti was saying, "This is what we can offer you." And that matters because Pooh Shiesty is not just any artist. He is the face of Gucci Mane's 1017 label. Because of that, this situation did not look like friendly support. It looked like a power move. And once you remember the history between Gucci Mane and Yo Gotti, the situation becomes much more serious. Many younger fans do not know this, but there was a time when Gucci Mane and Yo Gotti were close. In the early 2010s, they were running the South together. Gucci was the trap king of Atlanta. Gotti was the voice of North Memphis. Both came from nothing. Both built their careers through hard work and street-level grind. When they collaborated, it was not for cameras or clout. There was real respect between them. Their joint projects felt natural, like two leaders moving in the same direction. Back then, rap was not filled with fake friendships, so their connection felt genuine. That is why what happened next hurt so deeply. October 17th was not just another date for Gucci Mane. It was his brand. 1017 was not only a label name, it was his identity. He had been promoting his project for months and locked in that day as his moment to shine. Everything was set. The rollout was ready. The attention was building. Then Yo Gotti announced his own project dropping on the exact same day. At first, Gotti said it was a mistake. But from Gucci's perspective, it did not feel that way. When two major artists with similar audiences release music at the same time, attention gets divided. Streams get split. Headlines compete. In hip-hop, your release date is your spotlight. Gucci felt like that spotlight was taken from him. To Gucci, this was not business. Felt like betrayal. He even tweeted, asking why another artist would release a mixtape on October 17th if they were not part of Brick Squad. The message was clear. Even after Gotti changed his release date, the damage was already done. Trust had been broken. But that situation was only the surface problem. The real issue ran much deeper. What truly destroyed their relationship had nothing to do with music. It involved a woman. While Gucci was dealing with legal trouble, Yo Gotti admitted in an interview that he had been involved with the woman who later became Gucci's wife. He laughed it off during the conversation, but fans were shocked. In street culture, that kind of move is considered a serious violation. Business disagreements can be fixed. Personal ones usually cannot. That single interview changed how people viewed everything that happened before. Suddenly, the release date drama looked less like a coincidence and more like part of a larger pattern. Gucci never publicly forgave that situation. From that point forward, their brotherhood was finished. After more legal trouble, Gucci went away again. But when he came home this time, he was different. He was focused, calm, and strategic. The wild online moments were gone. Instead of chaos, he rebuilt quietly. That is when he made one of his smartest moves. He signed Pooh Shiesty. Shiesty brought back the raw energy that fans loved about early Gucci Mane. But for a new generation, he fit 1017 perfectly. Before long, Gucci had a new centerpiece for his label. Everything was lined up for a long run until Shiesty got locked up. In 2021, Pooh Shiesty caught a federal case involving firearms conspiracy and was sentenced to 5 years. For most artists, that would have ended their momentum completely, but Gucci stayed loyal. He cut down most of his roster and kept Shiesty and Fujiano. That decision told the industry everything. Gucci was building his future around Shiesty, even while he was behind bars. That is why what happened next feels familiar. As soon as Shiesty's value started rising again, Yo Gotti re-entered the picture. Just like before, quiet conversations began happening behind the scenes. Rumors started spreading. Reports claimed that the numbers being offered by 1017 no longer matched Shiesty's market value. They were not rookie-level offers, but they were not superstar-level either. To insiders, it looked like loyalty was being expected instead of properly rewarded. At the same time, CMG was on fire. The label had a large roster, strong budgets, and major reach. Gotti had the power to offer bigger exposure and stronger deals. So when he began publicly embracing Shiesty, it did not look innocent. It looked like recruitment. From Gucci's point of view, it probably felt like history repeating itself. Once again, Gotti appeared when something connected to Gucci became valuable. First it was a release date. Now it was his biggest artist. This puts Pooh Shiesty in the middle of a quiet war. On one side is Gucci Mane, the man who gave him his start and stayed loyal while he was locked up. On the other side is Yo Gotti, a label boss with momentum, money, and massive visibility. This is not an easy decision. Modern hip-hop is no longer built on loyalty the way it once was. Artists today prioritize ownership, respect, and long-term value. If Shiesty feels underpaid, business will outweigh emotion. That is the new reality. But this move would not only affect Shiesty's career, it would shift label power across the industry. If CMG pulls away 1017's biggest star, it sends a message. It tells artists that loyalty has limits and that they should demand their worth. It would also reopen a rivalry that never truly healed. Gucci Mane and Yo Gotti never made peace. They simply stopped addressing each other publicly. And unresolved issues do not disappear. They wait. Shiesty has unknowingly stepped into that old battlefield. Whatever decision he makes will echo far beyond one contract. What makes this situation so tense is how closely it mirrors the past. Back then, a single business decision turned brotherhood into rivalry. Now, another business move could turn cold silence into open tension again. Different era, same pattern. The industry is watching closely. If Shiesty leaves, it will not stay quiet for long. It will be seen as a statement. And when history gets pushed, it tends to respond. At the heart of this situation is a simple truth. Hip-hop may evolve, but respect still matters. Sounds change. Deals change. But old betrayals do not fade easily. They resurface when power shifts. And right now, power is shifting again. So the real question is not just where Pooh Shiesty will sign next. It is whether the past is about to repeat itself. Because the biggest industry wars do not always start with diss tracks. Sometimes they begin with quiet moves behind closed doors. By the time everyone notices, the damage is already done. This story is far from over. The next decision could change everything. What happens right now will shape not only Shiesty's future, but the balance of power in Southern rap. Old history, unfinished business, and big money are colliding at the same time. And when that happens, surprises are guaranteed. If you want to stay ahead of the real stories shaping hip-hop, stay locked in right here. Drop a like if this breakdown gave you a new perspective. Share your thoughts in the comments. Should Pooh Shiesty stay with 1017 or take the CMG offer? And do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this story is only getting started.